Hey, this is MaLa Brooks with another MaLa travel guide. Yay! Alright, y'all. Today is the day that I'm going to be doing a presentation at school, at college today. So I'm going to be broadcasting on live and really showcasing my project that I've been working on in class. And it's going to be really informative. I'm really excited. In my class, I was the CEO of a company called Eventful 8. And in Eventful 8, I had to manage marketing, accounting, operations, human resources all in one. And this was such a wonderful experience, and I was so excited that we had so much diversity in our classroom. We had a lady from Vietnam in the class. We had a country girl from Alabama in class. We had some younger people in our class that were high schoolers, and we had the Latinas and Latinos in our class. I can't remember where each one of them are from, but yeah, we had every demographic that was covered in our group in Eventful 8. Even though we had some people fall off, which was okay, it was an experience of a lifetime. As a CEO, I went through struggles, barriers, just everything according to like my personal, as far as my business, as far as my 9-to-5 job, as far as doing this class. Like, I had so many obstacles and that I had to overcome, and it is finally coming to its own, y'all. This was a dream of me having and doing a mock event planning company. This has been a dream of mine that I've been wanting to do for so long, and nobody would hire me. Nobody would give me a chance. And with this class, it gave me the opportunity to come out of my own and deal with a team and be collaborative and understand like what their point of view of things were in their life. And it was refreshing. I learned so much, and I hope they learned a lot from me, and I hope as much as I learned from them. And hopefully we can stay intertwined together and become the best of friends, because this was an experience of a lifetime. They do not know this, but this has been an experience of a lifetime for me, because this has been a dream that I wanted to start an event planning company. And I reached out to, and I was able to interview an event planner that is currently doing events here in Houston, and her name is Christabel, and she runs 3C events. And I had the pleasure to go into one of her events and being an MC of her event and helping out to seeing all the operational behind the scene things that happens prior to it. The day of, she called me the day of and said, "Hey, I need your help. Can you come?" And I'm at work, doing my 9-to-5, and I'm like, okay, I will be there. And I, ran to the rescue and came to her assistance and helped her set up and move things. I brought another person to come help and to be able to muscle some of the step up, repeat, the tables, and some things that we needed to move around. And I helped set up the tables and all the things for the event, and capture some pictures and videos of the event. I know I posted some of them to Instagram, and I will be posting them on my website soon. Sorry about me not posting as I go, but I go to so many events. I do it all at once, like 4 or 5 or 6 all at once, because it's so hard to do individual and keep up with that. So I will be uploading that soon. I'm looking forward to that. just had a wonderful time. And she sprung on me to be the MC. And the unthinkable happened, y'all. My shoes broke, and I wasn't able to fulfill that MC position. But it was great experience, and just know that you always have to be ready. And she didn't tell me that I was going to be an MC until I got there, and I'm like freaking out, like, oh my god. And I had so much fun. And it's been a ride to meet the people that I met, to connect with the African culture, the local Nigerians in my area, the Ghanaians in my area, the Senegalese people, and some of the people I met up north, which was the Ethiopians, which is East Africa, Rwandians, Mozambicans, just a lot of like cultural things that I experienced in my lifetime, just being a lifetime entertainment writer, and just being engulfed in culture in Ohio, and here in Houston, and Arizona. The Native American community is very, very huge there. And just my journey. I just really want to talk about my journey, and being a lifetime entertainment writer. It's not easy being a one-woman show, being a womanpreneur, being at 4 or 5 different places at once, and really want to tackle gentrification that's happened on in Houston, want to represent Houston Rockets and some of our sports entertainment teams here in Houston that I'm like such a, sport fanatic for, and just wonderful things that happen in Houston, and our women in Houston entertainment are winning. I'm so happy, for Megan Thee Stallion, and I'm happy for Lizzo. I'm happy for another lady that came out, and she sings, and I can't remember her name, but she's a beautiful soul, and I reached out to her on social media, and I thanked her for showcasing our city. She, in her film, she featured the Convention Center and Discovery Green, and she sings such a beautiful song. And I don't know the name of the song, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful to see, and I am so happy to be on the front of this movement that's going on here in Houston. I'm telling you, we have to be someone. If we're only one person, we have to be someone. And I feel like I'm a part of a community in Houston where we are being someone. We are being who we are. We are being African diasporans. We are being the African people that we have always longed to be. We are being it, and I just want to show you that just meeting these YouTubers, these Africa to the World movement, Eat, Love, and Migrate movement, the African Superstar movement, Nappie Briggs movement, the Ekoi movement, and just really talking about Ghana and the year of the return, and why is it so important to us as African diasporans and African Americans and Black people in America, and just what it all means. And I've been engulfed as a writer into this, and doing extensive research, extensive accounts of our relationship between the African community and the African diaspora community here in Houston, Texas. I could only talk about my city. I could only talk about me doing what I can do from a local's point of view in my city I call Houston, that we call Houston. And I love my city. Everybody knows I come to represent Houston on my back every day, all the time. I'm always representing every local here in Houston. Y'all see me wearing the shirts. Y'all see me advertising them. Y'all see me wearing Houston Rockets gear. You see me out here in the community working and doing my thing and going to school. Y'all, the sky is the limit for us. We have to be proactive in doing what we love to do in this city, And I'm just so fortunate to be on this journey and to be on this pilgrimage to finding who I am and what my purpose is, and finding out my genealogy, my research I did in Ohio, Columbus to be Pacific, and just to know that I found out who my great-grandmother was, who my great-great-grandmother was, and where they were buried at, and who they were, and how significant they were in North Carolina, and what the Gula Geechee tribe, and how they came about, and how they came over here as slaves and migrate in those areas to grow rice of their talented and skills that they had, that the colonizers needed to use in order to eat. And these people did this on their back. My ancestors, my forefathers, do this on their back. They created America on their back. And it's a shame that in American history that it does not show. Only certain people they want to highlight that they were part of this movement, but it was more than that. It was bigger than that. And as I go as a media personality and as a writer and doing media and learning and looking at our files here in Houston and Ohio and learning our history, that a lot of people don't want to hear, and a lot of people do not want us to know. And I'm showcasing that on my channels. I'm showcasing that on MaLa Broussard YouTube channel. I'm showcasing that on MaLa Speaks, which gives me my voice to be me and highlight that. MaLa Natural on Twitter, that talks about everything natural and everything that I want to be eco-friendly to the earth and be this agro-business and really showcase what I grew up doing as a child. I was in agriculture. We grew our stuff. We had livestock. We did this. And that's what I grew up around and experienced as a child. And now revisiting that as an adult is just such refreshing, and being able to connect with Ghanaians that are fresh all on Africa and West Africa, just talking to me about the temperature there, and they're thriving and how they're doing, and being sponsored to go out there and find out what's going on and what building they are doing, and how they are how mainstream media is not telling the truth about Africa. They're not telling the truth about what the movement is going on, what the migration is about. And even the guy from Twitter is wanting to know what's happening in West Ghana, Africa. Like it wants to get into the money and find out what is all this migration going from the African diasporans going to Ghana and going to African continents, to find out what they need to do to help to get them on the right track, to go to that next step, to help them out in anything they need as far as energy efficiency, solar panel industry, agribusiness industry, no GMO food. And they are, infiltrating that in Africa, and they're really the locals are trying to move that out and bring all organic and natural back to those lands that were destroyed by the GMO movement that had started in America, that is trying to migrate there in Africa, y'all. It's so much, y'all, that I have been researching for since 2016, y'all. And it's just been an amazing journey. I'm so glad that my time is coming to a close. But new chapters are coming over and over again in my life. And I'm so much happier now. I'm so blessed to be in this space, to be as happy as I am. And a lot of people do not like me being so happy and energetic and this and that and other, but that's their problem. That's not my problem. My problem is to showcase my city from a local's point of view, to write about the real truth, the whole deal, what's going on here in Houston, the movement that's going on, the collaborations that's going on, me with the Nigerian community, me with the Ghanaian community, the Ghana Chamber of Commerce, the W.E.D. Du Bois Foundation, and all the rest of the other people that I have connected with on my channel, and through talking and through navigating, them knowing me and me knowing them. I wanted to talk about, I had an Eventbrite event on December 7th. Nobody came. Nobody signed up to support my movement, and it's okay. I think I did want to shout out one person that did support it, and I didn't get what I needed, and that's okay. I'm not, and everybody can like me on social media, and that's fine and dandy. But when I started getting into movements, and I started getting into what needs to be done for Africa and for our at the African diaspora community here in Houston, the African Americans here in Houston, and a lot of people don't want to buy into that, and it's okay. But it still goes. My life still goes on, whether they're here or not here. It still goes on, and I just am thankful for the people that have supported me, for the people have been there when I had questions to ask. I want to give a shout out to Michael Philip Edwards. Okay, he has 3 first names. He's from Jamaica. I want to thank you, Michael, so much. He hosted me when I was in LA. In 2018, he hosted me at his home. He brought me into his home, and I had came for the Circle of Change Leadership Conference event in LA in 2018, in November through December, and he hosted me at his house. He made me after Thanksgiving, he made me a turkey dinner and stuffing and salad, and we had ice cream, we had wine, we had, anything that I wanted to know about writing, that I wanted to know about anything that had to do with film industry or film festival industry. He was willing to answer my questions about ads on radio, about TV slots and what that looks like, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you for being that person I can come to for an advice. It's been small little accomplishments in between my walk that I have been on. It hasn't been easy. It has not been easy. A lot of people have tried to infiltrate my movement and tried to infiltrate what I do, and try to discount what I do, and try to discredit what I do, try to make me of non-importance. But you can't make me of non-importance when I am important, because I'm dealing with so many avenues in my community. The East End Chamber of Commerce, the Greater Black Houston Chamber, the International Association of Women, the American Wellness Society, AWS, the Port of Houston. I am involved in so many aspects of my community. You can't discount that. And another shout out to the Congresswoman, the 18th District of Texas, Sheila Jackson Lee. I want to thank you for giving me my a platform for me to do Media for Mom Summit in 2018. August 2018, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee actually gave me the platform to authorize me as media for her event for Mom Summit at Houston Community College, which we call HEC here in Houston. And that set the tone for me. And she doesn't even know it. She set the tone for me to showcase that I have an important part in my walk in journalism, and my walk as being a writer, and my walk as being a citizen of a Texan. And I want to thank you, Congresswoman. I want to thank you. Even if you don't know that you have impacted me, I have seen you several times in different spaces. And my last one that I seen you at was when at the Veterans Day parade, at the Veterans Day celebration, you commented on my color. I have purple on to represent MaLa Speaks and things of that nature. And you really complimented me on my color. You really like purple. You really like that I represent royalty and significance in that. And thank you for being a beacon of hope for our community. And thank you for... and then the second one I met her at was I was congressionally recognized by Sheila Jackson Lee, the 18th District of Texas. And I finally got the seal of approval, y'all. It means a lot. You can discount everything that I do, but you can't take away my congressional recognition. You can't do that. This year and last year has been a momentous year for me. And finding my truth, and finding my walk, and finding my purpose. And it all goes back to my father, which is Nelson Broussard Jr. It goes back to him. And him, I'm asking a question as a young, sickly child, and that couldn't hear and couldn't talk at a very young age. What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why have not gone on and passed away, and all of these tragedies and traumas has happened to me throughout my life, and I still keep a smile on my face. I still keep pushing. I still keep wanting things for my community. And he was able to tell me what I needed to do. And I'm thankful for that. I wouldn't have gotten on the conversation with Dr. Pope because of my father's influence. I wouldn't be able to get on Houston Media Source to talk about my vision board. That pretty much everything on there has happened, has came to fruition. And the things that happened with Houston Community College, being Houston Community College Student Success Story of the Year 2018. That was a shock, because that could not be voted on peers. It had to come from staff, faculty, and I was the person they picked for that. And even though I had a questionnaire that was like 50 questions, it really... I had a moment where I had to stop in between the filming and realize what was going on. That my father's wishes was finally coming to pass after years of him being passed away. He passed away in 2011. And these things were happening 8 years after he passed. And I was like, Dad, we did it. We did it. We did it. And that meant so much to me that we, as the first person in my family to graduate from college, that meant something to me. And he always said, don't forget about home. Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where you're going in life. And I can tell you right now, I did forget, Father. I did not forget where I came from. I didn't forget my purpose. I didn't forget my goal. Even though it took a while to do, I did not forget. A daughter never forgets. My dad was a veteran. He fought in the Vietnam War, and he put his life on the line for a lot of people. And thankfully now I have the piece of paper saying my dad was an American hero in our country. And that meant so much to me. That means I'm so proud of the things that he taught me, that I'm going back to my roots that he taught me. And I'm going to do what he predestined me to do all along, that he wanted me to have all along, that he wanted me to push for all this time. And I'm getting it. I'm understanding. I'm learning it. Thank you to ES and Jeannie Foy and Woodha Maya and Nappie Briggs and Trudy and all of these people that's in this migration and Pan-African movement. Like, I feel I'm a part of a huge community out of a small community. And we are changing the narrative. We are changing media's perspective of what they think about the continent of Africa. We are changing every single dynamic that media said that we were not ever going to be able to do. I just heard a thing about with Vice News about young black farmers that are now doing farming, and that they've been doing farming, and even in the 2012 U.S. Census, they seen a rise in farmers. And we had a journalist that tried to discount that there was no rise or spike in that movement, and in that wanting to farm, the African Americans didn't want to farm. So, and it was just like baffling. But you know what? Everybody is finding out who they are. Everybody's finding out what they want to do and what power means and what wealth means and what entrepreneurship means and how it means to be able to be your own boss. People are learning and understanding this is freedom. This is a way of life. This is a lifestyle change. I never knew what the American dream was. That is my American, dream. And I'm living it now. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I might not be doing exactly what I want to do, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting accolades along. I'm getting responsibilities to be MC and to be the CEO of my class project and to be a part of this. You don't get this from accident. I've always been a leader. I've always been a leader. And I always wanted the best for my community and best for people that sitting beside me. But everybody didn't want the best for me and didn't want the best for to be the best me I could be. They want me to be a robot, and I'm not that. I'm human. I have my own thoughts. I have my own dreams. I have my own aspirations. People try to mold me how they want to. You can't mold somebody that's already molded. You can't. I have to walk in my purpose. I have to walk in what God created me to be, and that's my purpose. And I walk in my pathway, even though it might not be straight. It might be winding. It might be crooked, but I'm going that way. I'm getting there. But I want to thank you for all my supporters, all the love, all the New Year's resolutions. I want y'all to be bigger than you are. I want y'all to dream like bigger than you ever imagined. I didn't even imagine me being on this platform. I didn't even imagine me be able to meet the people that I meet and in the spaces I've been into, and people saying, who is she? I don't know who she is. Da, 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 da. You don't have to know who I am. It's okay. But you're going to get to know me. You're going to know who I am. You're going to know who I represent because I show you what I represent. I'm action oriented. But MaLa Speaks, let me tell you a story. I got to go. So we have to go. I'll see you next time on the MaLa Speaks segment with, this is MaLa Broussard coming to you live. MaLa Speaks. We'll be back to you soon. Bye.